Yeah.
So we are live now. Hi, Lucas. Hi, everyone. How are you doing?
Are we live? Nice.
Yes, we are. Staying alive.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to introduce everything to
Yes.
start?
Introducing everything. So, yeah, we are just, it's a regular live coding session. I guess we will have not much of live coding today, and you will
No.
learn right now why. But we will have a very interesting discussion.
Yeah.
We are with Lucas as always. Lucas is a experienced developer who is living not far away from Nuremberg here in Germany, also a place where I'm located. And yeah, developing part of this whole IT journey, DevOps journey is really very exciting because developers are actually the people who are creating value. You can connect different systems, different clouds, and it will work greatly, but it's not much of a value. Well, yes, there is some value, absolutely.
I mean, I heard some statistics. If Google is down for a minute, there is like damage for like millions of dollars every minute it's down. So DevOps is also very important inside
Yes,
reliability.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't want to diminish any DevOps roles or
Yeah.
functions, tasks. We just want to say that in this live coding session, we will be concentrating kind of more on a development part, on ideas, sometimes even ideas, what can be turned into a platform, into a code, into a product, but also actually doing the stuff with getting our hands dirty.
Yes, and I have a very pragmatic approach to DevOps because I'm just a developer, so I want to spend as less as possible of time to actually deploy and run my services. So that is also a thing we are discussing, tools that simplify your deployment, like Netlify or some Google Cloud services. Or what we are going to do today is the DigitalOcean app platform, which is a super easy platform to deploy your applications,
Yes.
platform as services.
So it will be the plan for today. We will discuss this brand new DigitalOcean app platform. We will talk about it, what it is, where can we use it, what are the advantages, comparing also to other app platforms. Also, we will, Lucas, correct me if I'm wrong, but we will also discuss a little bit the matter with this community website. What kind of functionality do we want to have there, like general stuff, right?
Yeah, I want to raise awareness. Today we are not seeing any of the website because we are doing this in a later session. And yeah, maybe I could quickly say what our future prospects for the series is. So the next session will be a great, I don't know if we are doing a release party, but we are releasing our community website and going to discuss this a little bit. And then in the following sessions, we are going to just discuss new features we want to add to the homepage or trends that kind of influence what we are doing with our website, like the technologies underlying it. And yeah, so
Yes.
today,
Yeah, Lucas, just a short interruption here. Today, at the end of the session, we will have another raffle. We have one license to give away. This license is for for the JetBrains ID of your choice. So JetBrains is a very cool company. I think originally it's a Czech company, but it's now became international, very agile, very smart. They're developing different kind of very cool IDs, integrated development environment where you code actually produce your code, and it's very like all of them are very helpful, and whatever language you are using in your development, most probably it will be supported because they have different IDs which support different languages. So we will give away one of those. It's more than $100 value. It will let you 1 year long use this IDE. We have just one license for today, and we will give it away at the end of the session. So stay until the end.
Definitely stay until the end. And today it's not going to be as long as our other sessions.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we want to start with our website or with DigitalOcean?
It's a brand new topic, DigitalOcean application app platform. Actually, it's called. Let's start with this.
Okay, nice. Yeah, do you want to make the introduction again?
Well, I don't know what to introduce here because I'm not familiar with this platform yet. I just heard that. Not yet. I heard about from you a couple of days ago. I actually tried to register there and get access to it, but I will tell you a little bit why something stopped me along the way. But before we go into this app platform, let's talk a little bit about the DigitalOcean as a company. It's probably not every of you knows the company. If you know it, it's great. It's a small kind of cloud provider. So the company has started, if I'm not completely wrong, as just a hosting company. They provided hosting like virtual machines, and they call their virtual machines droplets.
Yes.
So if you hear droplet, it's just a virtual machine. It's just another cool buzzword invented by them. But yeah, but it's a very, very cool company also in a sense that they not only sell their services and their virtual machines, they also support very much the open source community. And right now, in this month of October this year, and every year, they have an Hacktoberfest going on, and you can take part there. It's a campaign. If you're not familiar with Hacktoberfest, it's a campaign which runs 1 month long, only in October, from 1st October till the last day of October. You can contribute for pull requests. Pull request is just a request to implement or like to apply your code change to an open source project at GitHub. So you basically contribute 4 times to different kind of projects, open source projects. There are conditions. You have to go into details a little bit if you're interested. Like this project have to be marked with a tag Hacktoberfest on GitHub. And if this 4 pull requests are being accepted timely, so not like in 1 month or so, but timely by the maintainers of the repositories, then you will have they will basically grant you a T-shirt, a very cool branded T-shirt, which is the design is changing every single year, and you will get also some additional swag from them. Thank you, Lucas. You are sharing the homepage of the Hacktoberfest. It's it's everything.
Yeah, they have many sponsors, by the way. Yeah.
Yes, they have many supporters, and we did have an event dedicated for this Hacktoberfest. So if you are interested to learn the details, go to this recording. It's on our YouTube channel. And there are like the rules are very simple. Go register there, contribute 4 times to specific open source projects, and you are in. It's not just cool because of a T-shirt. Oh, by the way, this year instead of T-shirt, if you don't want to have another T-shirt, you can plant a tree. So they will plant a tree in your name for your contribution. That's what's very cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably what I'm doing, because I already have like all the Google t-shirts, so I don't.
Yeah.
I'm already.
If you are with this community for at least half a year, you probably have a collection of t-shirts already laying in your in your closet or wherever, not only t-shirts, like different kind of things. Yeah. So it's a short kind of bio or summary of this company. And now,
Yeah, but what we also maybe should focus on is that it is so, their products are so straightforward in comparison to other cloud providers, that I think somewhere on their marketing homepage they actually wrote that their aim is to provide a cloud platform that is so easy to learn that you don't need certificates or any courses to learn it, because you just do some clicks, enter a password, and you're ready to go. Something like this. It's so straightforward that you don't need to learn anything, and
that's
it's
very,
also why
very
I'm using
unfortunate
it,
for
because
our
I'm really
community,
lazy.
because our community members are crazy about certificates, and DigitalOcean says you don't need a certificate to operate our infrastructure. But it's really very, very cool, very intuitive, I guess, right?
Yeah, they are extremely intuitive.
Nice. And you're sure you're not paying to you, because you seem to be a very big fan of.
I would love to, because that would something I would really stand behind, a product I really stand behind, but I'm actually not getting paid.
Okay. No, yeah, that's nice.
But
Nice. No,
hey,
really.
hey, DigitalOcean, if you're watching, please sponsor me. I will propagate it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So they started as a infrastructure. Basically, whenever you sell or provide as a service virtual machines, it designates your business as infrastructure as a service. This is the lowest of three cloud computing layers, where on the low level is infrastructure as a service, in the middle platform as a service, on the top you would have traditional software as a service. But now with this offering, they seem to move into the platform as a service, right, Lucas?
Yeah, but let me just present the screen for now. Okay. Yeah, Droplets is basically what you could call infrastructure as a service with virtual machines that you are actually managing, like if it's a server that you log in with SSH, you have a real operating system like Debian installed, and you have to manage everything like this. Then you have Kubernetes. They also have this. They have the new app platform that we are talking today about. And then they have platforms, managed databases, which I would categorize in platform as a service, because they are managed by DigitalOcean, so you don't have to install them or anything. And Spaces is a object storage, which I would also categorize in platform as a service. But
It's kind of similar to S3, right?
yeah,
AWS S3.
I think it's actually compatible with S3, but I'm not sure. They would show that somewhere. Yeah. Share this tab instead. Yeah. S3 compatible object storage with a built-in CDN. Yeah. Haven't used it, but maybe I should try it. Yeah, but back again to app platform. Yeah. Basically, it sounds bigger than it is, because you are simply connecting a GitHub repository, and then it automatically detects which technologies you are using, and then you can click if it should if this instance should redeploy with every commit, or if it should just or if you want to redeploy manually, and that's it, and then you're ready to go. Yeah, and they support a variety of technologies. What's also interesting is that they now support static websites. And that is mainly our topic of the sessions we had. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Lucas, but do they have actually a function as a service? So kind of similar service to Lambda?
You can simply build it with this platform.
Okay. So they don't provide a function as a service out of the box, but you can kind of emulate it or simulate.
Yeah, you can. I think you can emulate it with Kubernetes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can orchestrate microservices with it, or what else? You could just deploy your microservices with the new app platform. Yeah. Okay, maybe let's discuss what they are. What is actually possible?
As you sent to me actually this link a couple of days ago, I went there and I saw immediately like it showed there starts of $5 per month, something like this. Like I thought it would be their like entry plan, but it's not right. It's not correct, right? You can actually start for free if
it's a bit more difficult because they have this basic plan, which is $5 per month, and where you can use like dynamic applications with Node.js, Python, Docker, and so on. Yeah, but if you want to just build a static website, which is kind of similar to what Netlify does, it is completely free for the first 3 pages. And yeah, I can zoom in a bit. You can build and deploy 3 static sites for free. Every additional static site will be charged $3 per month. Yeah, this is basically their model.
So let's compare their starter. I guess it's called starter plan. This free plan to Netlify, to their beginner plan, like entry.
Yeah, let me just open Netlify. Besides that, I will present my entire screen. We look into netlify.com and their pricing. Let's just open that.
That's cool. They even have the same name of the plan, starter.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, didn't. Where do I have this? Is this? I think this was the website. Okay, this website seems to not scale as... Okay, I was zoomed in. So, okay. Sorry, something with my Mac OS doesn't work, so I can't open Windows side by side. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, let's compare this. Yeah. You have 3 static websites compared to that are free to
unlimited.
I think unlimited, yes.
So 1 point for Netlify.
Yeah, you have 300 build minutes.
With Netlify, right?
The full feature table, yeah, you have 300 build minutes per month. Yeah. But then every additional 500 cost you $7. Let's see what is included in the $5. Okay. Yeah. Only 400.
Let's compare to the starter. Like, how many minutes do they have with the starter? 100 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's 100 on DigitalOcean comparing to 300 on Netlify. And I must say, I played this whole week like in extensively with Netlify, and it just, all in all, it took me only 2 minutes to deploy different kind of files. So it's really a lot. Like even 100 minutes per month, it's pretty a lot of time, which will be used to build actually the projects, your websites. But once they are built, they will be once they're deployed, and if you don't touch them, if you don't change anything, it doesn't use any minutes, any build minutes anymore. So it's only for the deployment actually. And you can like reduce the deploy. You can actually, what I did with Netlify, every single change I actually deployed to the host, what is not necessary, because I could do it locally just to test everything, and once it's done, I would push the release there. It will really reduce my build time like massively, but it was only just 2 minutes in the whole week. So I didn't care much about it. So you are actually in control, like how many build minutes you will spend. So it's a plus point for the Netlify,
definitely, and also
really a lot. It's for something like very light projects, like prototypes, whatever you will be doing it.
Yeah, if you compare the outbound transfer, which is only 1 gigabyte for DigitalOcean, when you compare it to 100 gigs per month with Netlify, it's nearly nothing. Yeah, but yeah. The interesting thing, though, is that you can deploy nearly everything with DigitalOcean app platform, which is really great. If you compare it, for example, with Google Cloud Run, Google Cloud Run only supports like Docker-based containers that you can deploy. Or correct me if I'm wrong, maybe also some.
It's good that you brought actually GCP into this game, into discussion, because GCP actually also provides a pass which you can use in their free tier. And it's what is interesting, they kind of inherited from the service they called App Engine.
Yeah.
Back in the day. So it's a pass. You can deploy code in different languages, like I think PHP, Python, Java, and some more languages are supported. And it's to begin with, it's absolutely free. And what is interesting, like with most of the big cloud providers, you have to put down a credit card, at least register an account with a credit card. They will not charge it, but then you can start using it. This is their free tier. With this pass, GCP pass, you don't even have to put down a credit card. You just only have to register for GCP, and you can already begin using it. What is really very cool. And in the chat right now, as you are showing your screen, there was a point by Tibebis who said that actually to register with Netlify.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention it. Yeah.
It's a very important point. This is actually what stopped me. to register and get hands dirty with this app platform, because it's really, with Netlify I could register. I actually connected my GitHub account and it went really nicely. Like, it was for free at first. They didn't ask any credit card and any money whatsoever. So I really like it about Netlify.
Yeah, that's really great. But
Heroku is also similar, because Heroku is also a platform as a service, and in this regard, we can also compare it to DigitalOcean. DigitalOcean's current offering, this app platform. Heroku is free to start with. They don't ask for a credit card. I have to tell you, like, the reason why they don't allow, the DigitalOcean doesn't allow to go without credit card officially, it's to prevent spam. But then we have to suffer, like, legit people have to suffer because of it. I don't really like it. So,
yeah,
but
that's
I
true.
have to say, sorry, Lucas, just a moment. I have to say, I actually saw several instances of spam hosted on Heroku. Sorry. So yeah, it's a valid point, but it's a kind of pain a little bit for legit users like we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, your point?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Okay, I am kind of, for me, it's not a problem because I have a business credit card, so I use this one. But yeah, for many users, this could be a problem. But what I wanted to say is that they also don't charge like $5 if you're only using it one day. I have used, like, if you're like only some days into it, then you only have some cents on your bill. So it's also kind of like the usage-based pricing, but I haven't really understood it, how it works. But yeah.
I can tell you even more what's the problem with DigitalOcean. Okay, they kind of convinced me. I wanted to put down a credit card. The next step is, or like, there is a choice. You can either go with a credit card, or you have to connect your PayPal account. So you have a choice here. But then once you want to do this, they will actually ask you to withdraw $5 from your account as a DigitalOcean credit.
Really?
And it was a deal breaker. I mean, guys, I don't even know what it is. I just want to get in. Like you said, it's a very convenient connection to your GitHub repositories. It works very smoothly. I don't know. I actually want to see how it works in the first place, and then
I could just show it, because I mean, I have DigitalOcean for some years now. It's every time I need a small virtual server, I host it there. But yeah, I also use GCP oftentimes. Yeah, but yeah, the pricing can be a deal breaker, especially also for small projects. If you take like App Engine or Google Cloud Run or something like this, you won't pay anything for this. And with DigitalOcean, you already paid $5 per month for it, because they have not this flexible pricing as other cloud providers have it. But if I want to host bigger projects, it can be better. It could work better for you with the pricing. Yeah. Or for some commercial projects, frankly, it doesn't really care if it's like $5 more or less per month. So
I absolutely believe you, Lucas, and I know that you have already extensive experience with DigitalOcean. But if someone from DigitalOcean is watching us, we really like the platform. We want to spread it in our community, get more people onboarded. because you shouldn't always go with this big names in the cloud computing. Sometimes you just gonna have smaller providers and with a limited set of services. It's perfectly okay. But please, DigitalOcean people, help us to get new people onboarded. Make it friction free. Make it free. Like it's a software as a service or cloud as a service. Get people onboarded. If they're convinced, they will stay as a paid customers, or maybe not. Like, give them the choice. You're asking to pay in advance to get to know you. It's
I mean, once you're on the platform, it's really convenient. But what I hear is that if you are wanting to get started with it, it's really a bad experience. Yeah. But let me do some screen sharing. I will just create a sample project. DigitalOcean. Yeah. I will share my screen again. Maybe entire screen. No, not entire screen. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll skip that for now, but now I have created a project with DigitalOcean. I really like their dashboard because it's much easier than, for example, Google Cloud, where you have so many different menus, and yeah, it's really easy. But let's just create a quick application. And it's really easy. You just have to select a repository. I have something that I had deployed with Cloud Run. I will just show it how it works here. And now I can select the server location. Yeah, and select if I want to auto deploy code changes. And I want to do that. Yeah. And this is a Docker-based application I wrote with Dart, just a small API. And yeah, it has already detected everything. And now just next. Then I can select my pricing. Yeah. Let's see if it works. Is it already deployed? No, they are currently. Okay, this shouldn't be there. I think this is an internal error or something by DigitalOcean. Yeah, but okay, normally it works really fine. But
we believe you.
Yeah, I had the same struggles with Google Cloud where it's currently deployed. Yeah, but maybe it's my fault because I'm really a dilettante regarding Docker and yeah, everything about deployment. Yeah, but it's just easy to get your app running, and yeah, I think there isn't more about DigitalOcean app platform I could show. It's just way to easily deploy apps.
Yeah, while we were talking, I just received an email from some DigitalOcean stuff where in my email, I pointed out this problem that it's a kind of a little bit of a burden to get onboarded because they ask for credit card, and then when you agree to provide credit card details, they would ask you to charge, like they would want to charge you like $5. And the answer is, in regards to the payment, the deposit will be reversed as soon as they register new users. This is only to identify legit users and fight spammers, as you have rightly pointed out. Thank you for the feedback. So I don't really get it, how like they would charge you this amount and then immediately
refund it maybe.
Refund it. Okay, maybe I have to give it a try. If it's the case, I think it's still okay.
Yeah.
I have to give it a try really this weekend, because at least to deploy a static website, I mean, of course, you have this limit of 3 websites, static websites in their starter plan, but let's give it a try. Let's connect it to a GitHub repository. I will do it on my own and see how it works. It's nice to have a choice.
Yeah. For some reason, my API isn't deploying. It's stuck.
Maybe I will try to connect my PayPal account. It's not not such a big deal, you know, and see how it works with the PayPal account.
Yeah, I think my deployment of my example works now. And we can see if we can access the API soon. Yeah, but don't know what else to say about it.
Oh, speaking of DigitalOcean, we have to actually this week we kicked off a new chapter, a local chapter in Nuremberg. DigitalOcean meetup community. We will, whatever interesting stuff we will have there as events or campaigns, everything will be also listed in our cloud study community. Cloud study, how is it, network? I forgot the name.
Haven't you founded this group?
Yeah, you know, it was such a difficult process to change the name to the current one. So yes, so yeah, whatever interesting will be going on there, we will also copy it to the cloud study network community. So don't worry, you'll have a chance to attend this events, but there will be some upcoming events related to DigitalOcean as a cloud provider.
Yeah, I have to interrupt you. My API is now deployed, and I'm getting an internal server error, but that is actually expected behavior. But my deployment worked. Yeah.
So congratulations, it worked. Great.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it to the DigitalOcean new cloud. Oh, sorry, not cloud, app. Platform.
I haven't used it for production, but for just testing out, it's the easiest way for me. Cause
I think it should be a very reliable service and platform, because they got all the components before their launch. They have this object storage where they will use to deploy the static websites, at least. So it should be working, I think. Yeah, all in all, let's give it a try, everyone. If you want to have to try it out, it's similar in a way to Netlify when we are speaking about static sites, and it's kind of similar to what is the other service? I forgot about it. Heroku. Heroku is a platform as a service where you can, for free, actually also start deploying. And comparing it to Heroku, I mean, Heroku also got a point there, because they would allow you for free to deploy your code.
How are they calling it? Like micro instance or something? but
I'm not really very familiar with them. I just have a couple of instances deployed there. It's
cool.
Ruby code,
Mhm.
and it runs. It's not like heavily consuming resources, but it works. Like already for
Yeah,
several
free and
months.
hobby. Yeah. What do they mean by dino hours? They have a really
I
weird.
think it's probably computing hours.
Okay.
Compute hours. It's my guess. But it's a cool name, Dino. Like Dino is for dynamic hours, I guess. So whenever they use the engine to execute your code, to build your, and with the dynamic websites written in programming languages, you most of the time build your application whenever you have a user accessing it, visitor accessing it.
Yeah, I've just found it. The dinos are their virtual machines, or their containers are called dinos. So
Okay.
they call it dino hours, like hours of
Okay,
your
so
server running. Yeah.
it's the time when this instance is actually running, right?
Mhm. Yeah. Some deal breakers for me with DigitalOcean, what I wanted to mention, is that they don't have a region in South America. I'm currently working on 2 projects in Chile, so I have to, or I would like to deploy my applications as near as possible to this country. And if I have to use North America, it's not really great. And that's one thing I don't like about DigitalOcean. They have not that many regions. That's the downside.
Oh yeah. How many do they have actually? Do you know? Like roughly 10, 20, 100?
Not that many. I think like 10. They have Frankfurt, Amsterdam in Europe, and I think that's it. And then obviously North America, Asia. I'm just seeking it. DigitalOcean regions. Just googling it. Okay. Can't see anything. Okay, you have New York City, Amsterdam, San Francisco, Singapore, London, Frankfurt, Toronto, and Bangalore, India. Yeah.
But nice that
That's
they
it.
have an instance in Bangalore, but it's really cool. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at some point maybe they will have to expand to South America as well. I don't know if like Chile exactly, or maybe something like a bigger country like Brazil.
Yeah, I think Google Cloud is currently building a server farm in Santiago de Chile, which would be really Santiago de Chile. It would be really great to use for me personally, but yeah, I don't know if there are any other people who are that interested in South America as I am.
We have plenty of members, community members from South America, from
Okay,
different
nice.
countries.
Yeah. Okay, maybe. Do you have something to say about what we talked about? Something additional?
No, about this DigitalOcean offering and smaller cloud providers, I think we nicely covered it. But it's a very good topic, for the future sessions. Whenever we will have how we call it, like a podcast, weekly or bi-weekly podcast, or live show. I don't know how to call it.
Yeah.
We will be covering them as well, because these are important players. We want to give a chance to smaller players or on the market. and support them as well. Yeah.
Okay, then maybe quick things, a quick word about our website. I'm currently experimenting a bit with AMP animations and currently finishing all the layouts. I had to drag it for some weeks because, yeah, I had a lot going on in the last weeks. Yeah, but next week we are going to reveal everything and we're going to deploy our website and then, yeah. And yeah, what we already have included is like a sub page for our members where they are just listed only if they want. And then we have a blog on this website and we list all of our events. That's basically it for the beginning and everything in an I find nice design. And yeah, that's it basically about our website and our future sessions. I'm not sure if, because since this is a DevOps community mostly, I'm not sure if I should make a session about all the AMP animations I'm currently building for the website, if we should cover that in a separate session, because Karen said it would be a bit overkill, but I'm not sure if anyone is interested in it. So yeah.
I mean, this AMP itself, it's a very cool thing, initiated by Google and mainly pushed by Google. Now I think Bing even supports it and a couple of more third parties, what is nice. But all in all, in our use case of this community website, I don't think it's a very crucial feature. Like it would be, yeah, it would be really great if you have a kind of publishing website where users, but at some point we will also have articles. I think it was an idea as well.
Yeah.
To like similar to Medium or LinkedIn articles, we could have a blog there, community blog. If you will have any idea and want to publish it there, you can do it. So yeah, but to begin with, I think we can just go with HTML5, what is a kind of common standard nowadays, with the CSS, JavaScript on the front end. What kind of bugs me a little bit, this whole backend thing. I really love the concept of JAMstack websites. It's really all these advantages. It's not hackable. It's like absolutely quick. It's static. It's distributed on the edges, on the CDN networks. But the dynamic content is a kind of a little bit mind-boggling to me. I tried yesterday to play with this JAMstack CMS systems. I think I started with the CMS Netlify CMS. I think it's called as a static site generator. I wanted to start with Jekyll. It just like when I say I wanted to start, I mean just to play around, not for the production purpose, just to get to know it better. I think Jekyll is a kind of standard there, or one of the most popular ones. But I kind of also like the Hugo.
Mm-hmm.
Written in Go, it just once you download Hugo, it's just one executable on Windows. I think it's the same.
Yeah, are you using Windows? Because I am not, so I can't feel into like the pain that some users might have with installing all the developer tools.
Yes, with
yeah.
Hugo, it's just one file, one executable file. It's the same across all platforms.
Yeah.
And you don't have any dependencies as far as I'm concerned. it's just one file. It builds insanely fast, like comparing to all other.
I mean, Jekyll
Technical.
isn't especially fast. That for sure.
Yeah, and especially if we consider build time, this precious build time, which is limited on Netlify, on DigitalOcean. And DigitalOcean, by the way, I'm not sure that they support anyhow this kind of JAMstacks, or not JAMstack.
Okay, we have forgot that they actually do.
Oh, that's nice.
That is why I also mentioned Netlify, because it's not just about deploying your APIs, but also also static websites. I've seen a website where they cover all the compatibilities. Let me just see. Okay, app platform is only available in Amsterdam, Frankfurt, and New York, by the way. Yeah.
So if you want to go deploy globally, you have to probably go to New York. What is kind of okay. East Coast, it's just my opinion, if you want to deploy a global application where most of the users will be still from the United States, I would go for the East Coast.
I mean, I think large-scale projects would in most cases be deployed with their Kubernetes, not with their app platform. App platform seems to be more for smaller scale projects. So yeah, don't know.
Yeah, but still, if you want just to limit yourself, like don't go beyond this app platform. Why? I mean, you could absolutely deploy a productive system, like a real thing. I have actually deployed with Netlify a couple of projects, GitHub pages. Of course, in this case, I don't have to care about where the servers are located, because they will be distributed all over the world through the CDN. But if you want to have an instance somewhere, I would still recommend to go for the East Coast. Would it be like most of them will be somewhere in North Carolina? Even with AWS, I think also has started there, and this region is a very known for data centers. And the data centers are also the cheapest there, to use them. If you compare pricing of AWS data centers services provided at different data centers, most probably North Carolina will be the cheapest one, or one of the cheapest ones. And I actually use these instances for deployment for global projects.
Okay, we can see here all the supported languages and frameworks for an app platform. And that's really nice. You have Gatsby, you have Go, Hexo, Hugo, Jekyll. Seems like there is already support for many things you would want to use. Yeah.
By the way, I already posted the link to this feedback form. You can also see it here, Lucas, in our chat. Whoever wants to take part in our raffle, which will be in some minutes, make sure to fill the form. And there is a field for your feedback. So if you have any ideas, any suggestions, any corrections, feel free to let us know. Write it there. Yeah. So, Lucas, what's your answer to this whole backend thing, which we don't have with this JAMstack websites? I'm pretty sure we will build a nice skeleton of this whole interface, of this whole static pages. The structure will be nice. But what about the dynamic content? What about people registering there, creating accounts,
we can do that on the client side, so we don't need like registering, sorry, and yeah, a login part of the website that we can all do that all on the front end, say client side web application, like a framework like Vue.js or something.
Yeah, so it means actually that we have to use one of the front end frameworks, like JavaScript frameworks, be it React or Vue.js.
Or we could use the very limited features of AMP, which may be sufficient for this project.
Wow.
Because AMP is also really powerful. You can. It's more difficult to realize complex dynamic features, but you can do a lot of stuff that many people aren't aware of. Some people think it's only for like media publishers that like Bild-Zeitung who just have plain HTML pages with their propaganda in it. But you can also create rich online shopping experiences with it, and I have experimented with it. Nothing in production, but I have also experimented with a lot of dynamic features. Sorry that I'm drinking so much today.
Don't worry, you're allowed to drink.
Yeah, maybe my kidneys are somehow damaged. I don't think so, but
we need you. Don't damage your kidney. Who will build our websites?
Yeah, I think, isn't it a cause because when you need to drink so much,
Drinking a lot of water is really good for your kidney. It's not only kidney. Something about like starting 2 liters of water a day is a kind of norm. If you're gonna go for 3 liters, I did it sometime. It's just only you have to multiple runs to the toilet during the day.
Yeah.
But it's really nice for your body.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dynamic features. We had one way was with front-end frameworks, clients to on the client side, but another thing would be server-side rendering. Can be done with frameworks like Next.js or some others. There is, I think, Nuxt.js or how they are calling it,
Yeah,
which is based on Vue.js
or whatever. I saw it. I'm not familiar with this Next.js or however it's called. Do you know this one?
Yeah, it's basically, yeah, no, I haven't used it myself. I used a bit of, what was it? It's some years ago I used something. Was it Vue Press or was it Nuxt.js? It was basically server-side rendering where you get static sites. It's like you have a static site generator, which normally if you're like using Jekyll in the development mode, it rebuilds whenever you change the content. And this is basically like the same principle that you have a instance, for example, with Node.js running on a server that rebuilds everything once it's changed, or rebuilds only what is needed to be rebuilt. Yeah. And
Tibibis is writing in the chat that Next is server-side renderer framework for Vue, he believes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's basically you're kind of doing all the rendering that you would do on the client side, but you can do it also on the server side. So I'm not too prepared to to talk too much about this because I haven't used tools like this for a while. Yeah, but it's basically that you can use much more. You can like consume an API with it instead of just having markdown files and JSON files, which you would have with Hugo or Jekyll. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything else to add? We will think about it. We will think about it how to actually implement the community website. If we will not do it like completely as a static website, we can have some portion of it, maybe a separate portion as a static piece, and then maybe we will just use some kind of dynamic CMS or framework like Django, for example, what is really very flexible. So the difference between complete CMSs like WordPress or Drupal is it's that most of the times you don't have to code anything. With platforms like Django, for example, or there are multiple ones. With PHP, it's Laravel. I always have problem pronouncing it, but this kind of frameworks, you will still need to code, and it's very, very flexible. You're actually building like almost from scratch your website, but there are many pieces which are already ready to use, like for example, user registration and stuff like this, like user management and content publishing and stuff like this are already implemented there. It's very convenient, but we will see. Yeah, we will see. I think the main problem is just to meet our demands, because I think we need to have some kind of feature-rich website where we can have communication between members going on, like some kind of activity. It shouldn't be like very like a dead page,
Yeah, I mean, for a blog, it's really good to build it with a static site because blogs should be SEO optimized. Where this is where static sites actually shine. Sorry. Yeah. And
I'm actually in the process of moving my personal blog, which is at tamrazin.com, from WordPress to this kind of static website. That's why I'm actually trying to learn Hugo right now. And I will for sure move away from WordPress in this case. If you just have a homepage, if you just have a personal blog, there is no need to use. In most of the cases, you can just be very well off with a static website. If you add one article per week, or even more frequently, like every third day, you are still perfectly.
or daily. I mean,
or even daily, yeah, why not?
if you have a build time of like 2 minutes, it would be sufficient to have the free plan of Netlify. So
yeah,
no problem at all.
yeah. So yeah, but for portals, yeah, it's getting a little bit more tricky, especially if you are doing stuff from scratch. If you don't have a pattern already, like from a previous project where you can just apply many things which are done.
But I'm using mostly front-end frameworks and connected to microservices with an API. So
what makes a perfect sense, yeah. But then you have to know the front-end framework. I personally don't know. I know JavaScript, vanilla JavaScript, native JavaScript, but I don't know any of this JavaScript frameworks like React or Vue. I heard that Vue is not very difficult to learn.
Yeah.
I think the most complicated one is Angular, but I'm not just don't take my word for it. I'm not sure myself. This is just the things I heard.
Yeah, I'm currently building a project which has a Flutter application that is connected with gRPC to microservices that are currently hosted at Google Cloud Run. Then I also have an Angular Dart application, which is also connected via gRPC to it, to the microservices, and maybe I will move it to some sort of a Kubernetes-based infrastructure. I'm not sure, but I will see how it scales up and then decide. Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, that would be also very interesting to look a bit into gRPC. Or I don't know if I'm the only one interested in it, but I'm a big fan of it. Yeah.
It sounds very interesting, the concept. Maybe we should cover it like at one of our sessions, a little bit more insights, like how it actually works and stuff like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically, instead of writing REST APIs, you write your APIs with gRPC, which transfers your data via HTTP2 and encode it as protocol buffers. And to define your kind of interfaces, you write proto files, which then you can automatically generate your client libraries for it, which is really great because they support nearly every programming language you would need to automatically generate your interface to interact with your API that runs gRPC. That is really great because I use it because I wanted to make it as adaptable as possible and also very easy for other people to integrate with this project. So I wanted to give them the possibility to use to access the API in any language they want, and gRPC offers that. Really great stuff. Yeah.
Nice. We have a very good choice of remote technologies. Like REST is there for a long time already. REST API,
Yeah.
then
And
GraphQL, and now this gRPC.
Yeah, and if you look at gRPC, if you write your APIs with gRPC, there is a module that is called gRPC Gateway, which just generates a REST API of your gRPC-based service. So you can also use it with HTTP1 and REST. Really great.
Yeah, sounds really interesting. And we have actually people who are interested in gRPC.
Yeah, someone wrote it in the chat.
Yeah, he finds it awesome, and yeah, that's whenever we will have a chance, we will
maybe
try to go.
we will write a small microservice for our community page.
That would be actually really great to see
it
how
could be overkill, and also one thing to mention is that HTTP isn't supported by browsers, so it is using HTTP1 and some form of emulation of the behaviors that gRPC normally has that are used in the browser. So yeah, but still great. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Any other topics, Lucas, before we go into Raffle?
I think we mentioned what we plan in the future, that next week is going to be about the website and then adding like dynamic features to the websites and new features in the following sessions. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Great.
Did we want to teaser our new series we planned?
Which one?
Our podcast, or I don't know how we wanted
What
to
about
call it. Did we want to tease, if we want to teaser it a bit, like?
yeah, we actually mentioned it, but we didn't cover what we want to talk about it there.
Yeah.
And I think it will be in a kind of similar format where we will be hosting it with you, Lucas, but
more condensed, maybe, like just
yeah.
half an hour to an hour,
we will
maybe.
put some. It should be like, speaking of time, it should be either a weekly session or bi-weekly, so once in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And what we will be covering is what happened in the previous period of time, be it 1 week or 2 weeks, and what we are expecting in the upcoming week or 2 weeks, like depending how often we run it.
And we want
because there are conferences. Yes.
Yeah, we want to cover cloud trends, announcement by the big cloud vendors. We want to quickly recap every events that happened in the community and happen in the next week or 2 weeks. Yeah, depends on if we do it weekly, bi-weekly.
Yeah, I mean, we can take this area in a broad fashion. It could be like tech in general. Of course, we are a community related to cloud computing, cloud native, DevOps, a bit of development, software development. So all of those topics, but if there is something going on with some specific tech companies or
if you look at Apple, for example, they are shifting to ARM-based processors, which may be a trend in cloud as well, because you can also see that the newest generations of AWS servers run on ARM processors, and if Mac is switching to ARM, all the developers may long-term switch to ARM too, because they have to use Mac for their development, and it's also affecting cloud and other areas. Yeah.
Oh, you mean for Macs? They want to use ARM processors for Macs?
Haven't you heard it? They have announced to produce their own chips, Apple Silicon, is it called? Yeah.
Oh, was it at this event a few days ago where they announced their new iPhone?
I think they announced it back in July, August, something like this, or maybe even earlier. And they are expected to release or to teaser some new Macs on an event in like mid-November. Yeah. And yeah.
That's a very interesting trend. Yeah.
I'm really interested in ARM, how it could change also the server landscape, because currently Intel is the big one and could change, and that is one thing that is technology in general, but that really maybe affect the cloud sector as well.
Yeah, definitely very interesting topic. Let's think if we can cover it in the next session, like at least briefly. Okay, cool. So should we switch to the raffle now?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, or if there are now some questions or something, you can.
If there are any questions, please let us know in this stream chat. Anything specific? If there are no questions, we will switch to in a minute or so. We will switch to the raffle. Lucas, if you want to take part, you can also fill the form.
I'm good.
Okay, great. We have, as of now, we have 13 people registered for this raffle and provided the feedback as well. Okay, so I don't see any new questions, so it means we are raffle now. Let me present the screen. I'm trying for the first time to share app in Chrome. Let's see how it works. It takes just a few seconds until it actually comes through, and I hope it will start sharing. Doesn't look like it's sharing.
I can't see it either.
Okay, let's then try to share the whole screen. Let's see if this works. No, it seemed to share something, but it's not coming through in the stream. Sorry, everyone, for the inconvenience. But you know what? Maybe I will cut it short and just raffle it here without sharing. It was just the same problem last time. I don't know what's going on with this Chrome. So basically, we have 13 names right now, 13 attendees who registered for the raffle. I'm inserting everyone. We have this website called wheelofnames.com. It will you just spin it once and it will choose one name. And I will shuffle a few times all the names, so it doesn't really matter the order in which you registered for this campaign. So let's go for the spin. I will tell you who is the winner. It's spinning now. Okay. Oh, it's Selassie Mihari. So I think it's Tibebes who was probably the most active ones, the most active one in the chat. What is very fair.
He's a really loyal listener. I
Yes.
think I've seen him in every live stream so far.
Yes, absolutely, and congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Tibebes, and next time we will try to raffle off something else, or yeah, maybe something else. Let's see. Yeah, nice. Thank you everyone also for your participation.
Yeah, thanks. And next week will be much more interesting.
Yes. To the winner of the raffle, Tibebes, let me write a short congratulations. I will get in touch with you just after this session. You will receive an email. I have an email, yours email. And yeah, that's it for today. I would say thank you very much, Lucas, for your time, for your participation and engagement. Okay. So everyone, have a nice rest of the weekend. We still have Sunday. If you have, just give a try to this DigitalOcean new offering. It's supposed to be free at the end of the day. It's a starter plan. We figured it out in a live mode. So yeah, let's see how it works.
Sadly, we are not sponsored, but
well, actually, we are now somehow affiliated with them or connected with them.
You are. I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, as a community, we have a chapter now in Nuremberg, and whatever cool stuff they will have for the communities. We will take part there. So yeah, one more thing to our community to be involved in this all cool stuff going on, and you will not miss it if you will be just attending or watching what's going on there. So see you next time, everyone. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, Lucas. See you next time.